there are people who find as much enjoyment from the impressive name on a watch as they do with its timekeeping properties or general aesthetics. And while one could invest many thousands of dollars in a very expensive collectible watch, I want to give you an alternate option. Suppose that you had purchased this watch for $9.98 from Walmart. Now you'll notice that that watch has no name on it, and so what you do is you take a piece of masking tape like this, and I always have trouble with tape. Anyway, we kind of take a piece off like this. Oh, it's all got all bunched up on me. Let's see if I can do a little better this time. Yeah. You come around like this. All right. And then you just stick it on the watch and write Rolex. Do you see what I mean? And so if you have the watch on, then you would what you would say to your friends is they say, well, that's a lovely watch. What kind of watch is it? What you'd want to say is try to hold your hand in such a way where they can see it and go, well, it's a Rolex. I have another option for you. If you want to get into watches that are more mid-priced, if that's your goal, then, well, we could actually just take it like this and just write Seiko. And if you want to dress it a little bit, you could come in here and unfold it a little. Or if you had a pair of scissors, you could cut it off like that. Or if you want the more sporty version, you would cut at an angle like that, where it's more sporty. In those instances where you're not sure which brand of watch you really want to use, what you could do is put one manufacturer's name here and another one here, so that you could say it's a Patek or a Seiko. Now, if you put the tape over the front of the watch, they won't be able to tell what brand it is. So you could get away with that this way. I don't recommend this, where you'd have a name Patek here and then on another one at the angle, because I don't think that's believable. You really, if you're going to do this, you want to separate them out. Another thing you could do, and I think this is in poor taste, but that's just me. What you can do, if you want, is don't put the name, just put how much money it is. So, like, that's a $10,000 watch. Or if you want to be a little bit less ostentatious, you could put it down here and then you know. But these are just various options for you to consider if you want to pretend that you have a watch you don't have. I'm not going to say that I am making fun of those individuals. There's a lot of people that really like to bandy about. Like if someone had a Yugo or a Volkswagen or something, wanted to impress other people, they drop that they have a Yugo or a Volkswagen in conversation. This watch, and you're always wondering what I'm wearing, this is actually a Casio day calendar with a hand-sanded suede band. I actually relate to the watch. I relate to it as a Rolex. So I relate to my watch as a Rolex, even though it was a Casio that was under, I think it was $47. But with this on, it has the same impression approximately as a $15,000 to $25,000 Rolex. I have seen people take and put the names of the watches actually on their face like this. But I feel, in my opinion, I don't think this is a credible way to brag, and I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't recommend it. I think you could end up in a lot of trouble on social media and end up with a lot of people saying things that aren't very nice about you. You do have the other option too, which is simply to cover your watch at all times. Don't show them the watch at all. Just sit with your arm like this gently over the watch and just tell them that you have a Rolex watch. I've done research, and I do research as a researcher, and I find that 93% of the people lie at least 4 times a day. So there is no judgment on this as far as people telling the truth. And I mean, really, does anybody really have a right to know, really, how much you paid for your watch? Or even what brand it is? I mean, do they have a right to know that? Anyhow, just another thought.